I am Assistant Professor Milan V. Patel, MA Electrical Power System, Electrical Engineering Department from the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. So, today I am going to deliver a video lecture on the experiment number 2 from the subject Renewable Energy Systems 37107115 of ME Semester 1 Electrical Department. Now, the aim is modeling of solar PV system. So, we will use for modeling of solar PV system the software MATLAB. Today, I am going to discuss modeling of solar PV system using MATLAB. This is the experiment number 2 from the subject Renewable Energy Systems for the ME first year electrical. So now first basics of solar PV. Now for modeling it is must required to understood the mathematical model for the PV cell. So this is the mathematical diagram for the PV cell. So it consists of IL means total generating current in the solar cell. This is diode current, this is shunt resistance, this is shunt current, and this is series resistance, and this is the actual final current for the use, or we can say that the output terminal current I is equal to the light generated current IL less the diode current ID and the shunt leakage current ISH. So we can say that I is equal to IL minus ID minus ISH. The series resistance Rs represents the internal resistance to the current flow and depends on the PN junction depth, the impurities, and the contact resistance. And the shunt resistance RSH is inversely related with the leakage current to the ground. Now, in an ideal PV cell, Rs is equal to 0 means no series loss will be there, and RSH is equal to infinity means no leakage to ground current is present. In a typical high quality 1 square inch silicon cell, Rs is equal to 0.05 to 0.10 ohm and RSH is equal to 200 to 300 ohms. The PV conversion efficiency is sensitive to small variation in Rs but is insensitive to variation in RSH. So therefore we can ignore RSH from the equivalent electrical circuit for our modeling because it is not more give more effect on our modeling. So in the equivalent circuit, the current delivered to the external load equals to the current IL generated by the illumination less the diode current ID. So we will ignore the current ISH, shunt current ISH. So this is I is equal to IL minus ID, where ID diode current is equal to I0 in bracket e raised to q into V plus IRS divided by n k tr minus 1. So this is the our first equation for the modeling, where IL is the current generated by the solar cell, I0 is the diode saturation current, Q is the electron charge is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. N is the identity factor of the diode which varies from 1 to 2. K is the Boltzmann's constant and its value is 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 38 joule per Kelvin. Tr is the rated cell temperature in Kelvin. So the cell could be represented by the voltage current equation V is equal to VSH plus VSH minus IRS, where V is the cell output voltage, I is the load or cell output current, VSH is the voltage across the shunt resistance V. Now, effect of solar radiation in radiation variation. The model So in figure consists of two subsystems. One of them is photocurrent, and the photocurrent depends on the radiation and the temperature according to the equation number 3. So the light current IL is given by G into ISC divided by GR in bracket 1 plus alpha ISC into T minus TR. So alpha ISC is the short circuit temperature coefficient, and its unit is ampere per degree Celsius. G is the operating solar radiation level, watt per meter square, and GR is the rated solar radiation level. Again, it is in watt per meter square. So G is the actual operating solar radiation and GR is the rated solar radiation level for the particular solar cell. Now, effect of variation in cell temperature. The diode reverse saturation current I0 in the equation 1 varies as a cubic function of the temperature, and it can be expressed as I0 is equal to I0 TR into T by TR raised to 3 into E raised to QVG divided by NK in bracket 1 by TR minus 1 by T. So again I0 is given by ISC TR divided by E raised to QV0 OC TR divided by NKT minus 1. So this is the equation for the reverse saturation current, where ISC is the short circuit current of the cell at a rated temperature. VG is the band gap voltage. VOC is the open circuit voltage of the cell at the rated temperature. T is operating temperature of the cell in Kelvin. So now this is the modeling or equivalent circuit for the PV array. In last slide we discussed about the PV cell. Now we will discuss about PV array. So number of parallel cells and number of series cells are there. So therefore the PV array is shown in figure. We can write the current equation in as below. I is equal to NPIPH minus NPID, where NP is equal to number of parallel cells. Now for array containing NS cells in series, as such NP strings in parallel as shown in figure, we can modify the diode current equation by following. So ID is given by I0 E raised to Q V plus IR res divided by NKTR NS minus 1, where NS is the number of series cells. Now I0 is equal to I0 TR multiplied by T by TR raised to 3 into E raised to QVG by NK into 1 by TR minus 1 by T. Now again I0 TR is given by ISC TR divided by E raised to Q into VOC TR divided by NKT NS minus 1. So this is the equations for the solar PV array. Now we have to implement these all equations in MATLAB. So important equations for the solar PV modeling in the MATLAB software. So first one is PV output current. I is equal to IL minus I0 E raised to Q into V plus IRS NKTR minus 1 minus ISH. But in actual we neglect this ISH because of the larger resistance of the shunt. Saturation current I0 is equal to IRS divided into T by Tn raised to 3 multiplied by E raised to Q EGO divided by NK multiplied by 1 by Tn minus 1 by T. Now reverse saturation current IRS is equal to ISC divided by E raised to Q VOC divided by NKT NS minus 1. Now photocurrent is equal to IPH is equal to ISC plus KI in bracket T minus 298 into G by 100. Now shunt resistor current ISH is equal to V plus IRS divided by IRS, in which the value of RS is 0.05 to 0.10 and the value of RSH is from 200 to 300. so this value is very negligible. So now this is our modeling for the PV array. So as an input for this PV module, we must require temperature and irradiation from the sun, and from this PV module we will get the output in form of current and voltage. So we have to model this PV module. So now in PV module, it mainly consists of five subsystems. First one is reverse saturation current. Second one is saturation current. Third one is photocurrent. Fourth one is shunt resistor current. And last one is PV output current I. So first of all, we will discuss and let's see how reverse saturation current block will be made. So reverse saturation current equation IRS is equal to ISC divided by exponentially QVOC divided by N into NS into K into T whole minus 1. So this is the main basic equation for the reverse saturation current. Now we have to implement it in this Simulink model. So first of all, we will Q into VOC. So Q into VOC. So Q into VOC. Then it divided by it, this QVOC divided by N NS K T, and this whole term you can see that this whole term is in form of exponential. So we have to add one math function in form of e raised to u. So this whole term is in the form of e raised to this term, and from this term we have to minus 1. So minus 1 e raised to this minus 1. Now again this blue portion is divided in form of ISC divided by this whole term. So again we have to multiply ISC and divide this whole term. So it will give our IRS, reverse saturation current. Now photocurrent. The equation of the photocurrent is IPH is equal to ISC plus KI into T minus 298 into G divided by 1000. So first of all, take T minus 298 into Ki, then this whole term is in addition with the ISC. So ISC plus this, and then multiply by G and divided by 1000. So it will give our IPH, photon current. Now next one is saturation current. Now saturation current is given by IO is equal to IRS into T by Tn raised to 3 into E raised to QEGO divided into 1 by Tn minus 1 by T whole divided by Nk. So first of all we will take Tn divided by 1 divided by Tn into 1 divided by Tn plus this term is positive and 1 by T, again 1 divided by T is in form of minus. So this 1 by Tn minus 1 by T into QEGO, then This is Nk in form of division. So this is Nk divided by Nk in form of division for this term. Now Tn into Tn divided by T, Tn divided by T raised to 3. So again we have to add math function for the u raised to v, and then this math function is for e raised to QE0 term, and finally we will get the value of IO. So IRS multiply by, so this is the IRS, and this term u raised to v means this term remaining, this portion is for exponentially term. So from this subsystem we will get the value of saturation current. Now shunt resistor current. Shunt resistor current is given by ISH is equal to V plus IRS whole divided by RSH. So first of all, this is the value 1, port 1, and it will give the value of current I. So I into RS plus V, this port number 2 will give the value of the voltage V. So V plus IRS and whole divided by RSH. So it will give the value of ISH shunt current. Now last subsystem, it is the output current I in form of IPH IO exponentially V plus IRS into Q divided by NKT NS minus 1 minus ISH. We can neglect the value of ISH, but in this modeling I have considered the value for the shunt current. So this subsystem will stands for output current I. Now this port number 1 for the voltage, so V plus IRS, V plus IRS, Q and K NS, Q divided by NK NS T, Q divided by NK NS. So this will for Q divided by NK T NS. Now again this whole term is in form of exponential, so we have to consider this math function. So this math function will give the value for exponentially of V plus IRS into Q divided by NKT NS. Now this whole term minus 1, this whole term minus 1 minus, now IPH minus this I0 whole term. So again we have to add IPH minus this whole term, IPH minus this whole term. Again the final last ISH is with the negative sign, so we have to put the port number 5 ISH with negative sign, and the port number 1 will give our output current I. So we have completed our all the subsystems. Now connect them like this. For reverse saturation current, T is temperature is input and IRS is the output reverse saturation current, and this reverse saturation current will use in saturation current, and it has two input, temperature and IRS, and its output saturation current give to the PV module. And for photocurrent, the irradiation is there and temperature is also there. So photon current is given to the PV module. So for PV module there are there are main 5 inputs are there: voltage, temperature, saturation current, photocurrent, and shunt resistor current. So by utilizing this all the term, our PV module will give the output in form of I, and this is the voltage, and this is the voltage slope for value 10. So it will give the ramp signal for the specific time. And this is the input temperature. We can change this temperature by giving the value. Now this 273 stands for converting this degree Celsius into the Kelvin, because PV module is modeled in the form of Kelvin, temperature in Kelvin, and this is the irradiation in form of watt per meter square. So now we have set our temperature at 25 degrees Celsius, means 25 plus 273 is equal to 298 Kelvin, and radiation is 1000 watt per meter square. So by using this two input, PV module will give some current and some voltage. So our aim is to show the IV characteristics and the PV characteristics of the solar PV array. So we have to take one XY graph. This is the block for XY graph. XY graph. Now give name IV for this XY graph, because we will use it for the IV characteristics, and for this we will have to give name PV for the PV characteristics. Now in output of the PV module only the value of I and V is there, so we have to multiply this V by I, V into I, for the our power rating. So by multiplying this current and voltage, we will get power for this PV characteristics. Now I will run this simulation. So I will get this type of XY plot, this type of XY plot. So this plot stands for IV characteristics of the solar PV array. We can simply examine that as the on x-axis, as the value of voltage increases, the value of current decreases, and at some point, some value of voltage, the current will drastically reduce. So this is the IV characteristics. In PV characteristics, we can see that as the value of voltage increases, the value of power also increases till some point, and after this point, by increasing the value of voltage, again the drop in power will be seen. So this is the drop in power, and this is the point called maximum power point, at where the maximum power will achieved. So this is the maximum power point, and this voltage is called maximum power point volt, and at this voltage the current is also called maximum power current. So these are the characteristics for the solar PV array system. I hope you understood this simulation.